Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my fiance's makeup, and let's get started. Alright, first I'm going to use the e.l.f. Holy Hydration fragrance-free face cream. There, there, turn, right there, right there. And my fingers going. Right. I don't know how well this is going to work, so we'll just see. Alright, so that one's out of the way. Alright, just let that sit in. Oh, that actually dries down pretty fast. Then next we're gonna do primer, which I'm using the Neutrogena Prep and Correct Red Correcting Primer. Just putting 4 dots on his face like I did with the face cream. And if I need more, I use more. I just don't want to overdo it. I need a little bit more, just fine. Just on the bridge of his nose. Like that. Just a little bit more. There's like a lot of redness on his nose. Just trying to make sure that it's all nice and corrected. Alright. Now we're gonna let that set for a minute. While we let that set for a minute, I'm going to do his upper eye concealer. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend it out. You're gonna have to like turn so I can do everything. Thank you. And then his other eye, which I'm just taking the double applicator. So the applicator is small enough. I'm kind of covering his whole eyelid like you would with a eyeshadow primer. Then blend it out with the brush. Oh, sorry. Alright. So now that his upper eye concealer is done, I am going to take a little sponge. I'm just going to use the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge and blend it out a little bit, make it look less harsh. And then keep your eyes closed. I'm going to take the little sponge thingy that came with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder to set his eyes. Lightly press over it like that. And with this being a pressed powder instead of a loose setting powder, I don't need to worry about excess powder. Same thing on the other side. And now his eyes are all ready for any eyeshadow. Alright, so before we do foundation, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Lumi Lotion in the shade Fair Glow. Just go like that. There, there, and right there. 4 little dots. And then I'm going to take my soft, Real Technique soft accent brush and blend it out the best I can. Trying to get it all over his face, but it's hard. He's a little bit of a bigger face shape than I do. I'm saying how you have a little bit of bigger face shape than I do. Let's just make it a little bit more. Just a little bit. Then blend it out. Oh. And now he has a glowy base. Especially because we use a natural CC cream, not a natural foundation. So, as you guessed it, I'm getting ready to use the e.l.f. Camo CC cream on his face, and it's in the shade Fair 100 Warm. And you can tell I'm already almost out of it, which is good. Which is good. Trust me, it is good. Good thing. So as you can tell, it is a little bit lighter than his skin tone. You can tell because he kind of, not completely, but kind of has the same skin tone as I do. So whatever's going to be light on me is going to be light on him. Whatever's going to be dark on me is going to be dark on him. But that works for something like this when you do his makeup. Then whatever shade I use for a foundation, concealer, etc. Or better. I'm just trying to make sure I get it in his hairline as well. And the nice thing is I'm going to be darkening it up as well. Does this feel good or something, babe?
Mm.
You're just like sitting here like relaxed. So I am going to be darkening it up. Don't worry, it's not going to be late like this forever. This one just put my brushes away that I don't need anymore so they can be cleaned. Alright. So, next step is his under eye concealer. So I'm going to use the same concealer. What I'm going to do, so I'll go over here, going to kind of like go like this. That's it. And then feather it back. And I'm going to go up like this. Then I'm going to blend it out with the brush first. Then I'm going to put a little bit more on. Same way. And let it marinate while I do his other eye and stuff on his face. Turn this way. No. Thank you. Head up. That. And I'm doing the eye the same way, because this being the CC cream being too light for him, it's better to mix some stuff in with it first before letting it marinate to make it easier to blend. Just for his under eyes, not his whole face. Then I'm gonna kind of like highlight slash bronze on his forehead, down the bridge of his nose, above his cupid's bow, not on his cupid's bow, and on his chin. That. Then same thing, gonna use my Real Techniques brush first. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. It's a little too dark on his under eyes, but it works. So then my concealer brush is done. And then total face sponge. Oh, I didn't. I wonder. The Duo complexion brush is fun. If you notice, to get into like the inner corner of his eyes, I'm kind of squeezing the sponge and going like that, and then just blending everything else out. There we go. So now I'm gonna do some cream contour. I'm gonna use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Espresso for his cream contour. Kind of chisel out those cheek bits like that. First, I gotta do something. I use a little bit more of the Camo CC cream. 6 up on his forehead a little bit, right where I didn't put the concealer. So there's like some skin showing. And then I'm gonna chisel out his other cheek too. And your other cheek. And the cheekbone. And I'm going to go on his forehead as well. So there's done. Then I'm going to use the flatter side. Or no, I'll use this part first, and I'm going to keep the shapes the same. Just blend it out like that. And I still need this. And same thing here. And keep these shapes the same. Just blend it out. And sometimes it goes everywhere. Because it is a concealer, not a actual cream contour wand. And there we go. And if you don't, I think I explained this in a video already, but if you didn't watch that video, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm underpainting. So that's when you like, or not underpainting, I guess underpainting would be before you do your foundation. I'm just gonna do some nose contour on him too. Just because his nose needs it. And then I'm gonna use the other side to do. And keeping the shapes kind of the same. Look at this. Blend it out really low. It's getting a little just crazy. So now that that's done, I'm gonna take my Total Face sponge and finish blending it in. So that's done. That step's done. And now I'm gonna add some cream blush. So I'm using the Maybelline Cheeky in the shade 15 Nude Burn. Just gonna put a little bit on my finger. And blend it out like that. Something over here. Just a little bit on the apples of his cheek. I don't know what's going on with that. And then I'm gonna use this like strawberry spice and blend it out. And sometimes you're gonna need more. Because this is like a nude color. some reason nothing was coming out, and I don't know what's going on there. And then same thing, blend it out like I did. Alright. So now I'm gonna do some liquid highlighting. I'm gonna use the Milani Strobe Light liquid highlighter in the shade Summer Glow. Which I know it's like winter and stuff, but I love this. Like, this color is so stunning. Then I'm gonna take that same sponge but use the opposite side that I didn't use and blend it out. Just like so pretty. Now we're gonna powder again. Do powder again. So I'm gonna again use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Press Powder. Use the little sponge applicator that came with the palette or the powder. What I'm gonna do is under eye. But first, I'm going to use my Camo Concealer sponge right here. I'm gonna make sure that there's no creasing. So there's like a lot to do. And I'm gonna use the sponge and set his under eye like that. And then same thing again. I like the applicators that come with the press powder because it sometimes makes it a lot easier to do the work. And again, making sure everything's set. Then I'm gonna take a powder brush. I'm going to dip it into that powder and then set his entire face. Just make sure that everything stays. You already know that. Which what I like about this powder is because, yeah, it's a pressed powder to where you can set your face, but it's also a lightweight powder to where you can still see everything compared to like a loose powder, a loose finishing powder, or like pressed powders. You can see a lot more through it than you can with loose powders. I don't like a lot of loose powders because I feel like especially with my skin, it just pretty much looks like it wipes everything away. And my thing is, I got some excess off, so it looked more natural. Powder is done. Now we're gonna go to eyes and then finish up the face. So I'm gonna use this fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Perfect 10 eyeshadow palette in the shade Need It Nude. And I'm gonna use the second shade, just like close to both of our skin tones. I'm going to make sure to get as much shadow off and put it in his crease. So this video is going to be longer than I want. So everything knocks the excess powder and blend. Now to add a little bit of depth, I'm going to add this fourth shade here. Just like a rosy brown type color. And then add a little bit more. He's falling asleep on me. And then to finish off the look, I'm going to use this flat top brush. I'm going to use the 5th color in the palette. This one.
Not heavy one.
Does need a drink.
That's probably better. One.
Try it. Here we go. Not my best work, let me tell you. But it works. Because it doesn't help when you rarely do other people's makeup. You usually only do your own. Then you do what you do for you, and then it doesn't work out that way. Which I love this palette because it makes it look less harsh. So like when you're like me and you don't know what you're doing because you're doing someone else's makeup, it doesn't look noticeable. It might look noticeable to me. It doesn't look that noticeable to other people. Like when I show you what it looks like, you probably won't notice. Or you might, I don't know. We'll see when I'm done. Alright. Now, again, flat top brush to get that 5th shade. So, now that that's done, now we're gonna finish up the face. Or no, we're not. Not yet. Because I haven't done mascara or eyeliner. So, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara. This. No, your eyes need to be open. Sorry, baby. I'm not gonna do too much. Just because you can't keep your eyes open. I'm just gonna do enough to where they get the gist. Look at me. Yep. And then the e.l.f. Precision Liquid Eyeliner. This for his eyeliner. Keep wanting to say her eyeliner. Close your eyes. I'm so bad at eyeliner, I'm sorry. Like, I can do my own eyeliner, but I can't do other people's eyeliner. And I'm not used to this. Really? I did this eye better than I did that eye. Really? I give up. Anyways, so now we're gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I got this angled brush. I love the smell. Again, tapping off the excess. And I'm just going to go over where I contoured that the cream contour. This looks so bad. This looks so bad. I'm just gonna stipple it on. I don't like the way this looks right now. It works. And then I'm gonna do his forehead. Then I'm gonna leave his nozzle in. Right. Now I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. And I'm gonna use that same brush. Just clean it off. Which I found out while doing some research that it looks like e.l.f. discontinued it recently. I don't know. I'll just lightly blush over his cheeks. Then finish off with lipstick, which I know I'm using a weird color. The L'Oreal Infallible Lip Paints in the shade teal. Can't read. Here's what it looks like. So, okay. I think this was just for fun. I think this was just for fun. I'm still posting it, but yay, he's done. I don't have any setting spray because, you know, my setting spray in my box, in a box right now for another thing. So let's see the final results. Here he is. See, I messed up on that eyeliner, and then that one is perfect, and I don't get it. But there he is. Doesn't even look like he has mascara on, but he does. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.